Hey guys, just me again. I'm here to talk to you about a transit that's taking place right on the heels of the new moon in Sag, and Mercury is going retrograde today. What does that mean? Well, it means that with themes regarding to communication, travel, technology, our rational thinking, are going to be probably a little wonky and giving us a little bit of a hard time over the next 3 weeks. So it's best to pack some extra patience and give yourself a little bit more time when it comes to traveling if you're going anywhere over the holidays. And definitely be mindful to double check who you're sending that email or text message to, because it could accidentally be sent to the wrong person. So I'm going to walk you through the rising signs. I'm going to give you just a little brief description with what area of the house this is happening for the rising signs. I'm going to start with Aries rising. Aries rising, this is happening in your 10th house of career, public reputation, and your long-term goals. So you could find yourself reviewing ways in which you show up in your career and what your long-term goals are for the future. You could also be reflecting and reviewing on ways in which you show up in the outside world for Taurus. And for Taurus rising, this is happening in your 9th house of travel and higher education. It is also a house of law. So if you have had any legal issues, you may find that these are coming up to be sorted out and reviewed. Or you could find yourself wanting to venture out on a new course of study. It's also a house in which religion comes up. So maybe you're reviewing ways in which you go through spirituality in life. And for Gemini for Gemini rising, this is happening in your 8th house of marriage and transformation and joint resources and ventures. And of course, intimacy. So you could be reviewing ways in which you show up intimately within your partnership, or it could have you reviewing joint finances that you share with somebody else. And you could see a wanting to transform any of these areas within your life. For Cancer rising, this is happening in your 7th house of partnerships, and that's all kinds of partnerships, not just like intimate relationships, but it could be business partnerships and relationships with basically anybody, and contracts could be up for renewal. But best piece of advice I could give is probably to hold off on signing any contracts during this time, because we may not be seeing the whole picture, and it could come up to bite us once the planet goes back direct. Leo rising, this is happening in your 6th house of health and daily routines, and may find you reviewing ways in which you show up for your health routine with regards to diet, a gym routine, and reviewing all those ways in which you show up for life on the daily. Maybe you need to tweak things in a new way. And once Mercury goes direct, you can implement these changes within daily life. For Virgo rising, this is happening in your 5th house of fun, creativity, romance. So you may be thinking about a past love. You may be wanting to birth a new creative endeavor. And you could see an upscale of activity and wanting to review ways in which you show up with your children. I will also say that if a past love does show up, it's best to kind of leave the past in the past, unless, of course, there's just another lesson that we need to learn. Libra rising, you will be reviewing all themes related to home life and your roots. So you may be thinking of ways that you want to alchemize childhood trauma, or could find yourself wanting to go back to a home renovation that needs completing, or doing a new makeover within home. Scorpio rising will be reviewing all themes related to community and themes in how you show up within the community, how you communicate, and could have you reviewing ways in which you communicate to the outside world via social media and stuff. And society, of course. Sagittarius rising could see a review. It's happening in your 2nd house of values and how you make a living. You could be reviewing ways in which you could be an entrepreneur, and you could be reviewing ways with regards to your values. It is definitely also a good time to figure out new ways to make some extra money, probably with a creative entrepreneur activity. For Capricorn rising, you're going to be reviewing all ways in which you show up for yourself, which old ways are no longer working for you, which ways are working for you, and how you navigate life from within and how you show up in the outside world. You could find yourself wanting to get a new haircut or how you dress, and just an overall review of self and how you come across, how you present yourself, and how you show up in the outside world. For Aquarius rising, this is happening in the 12th house of spirituality, so it could find you learning new ways and reviewing new ways of meditation, spirituality. Could have an old injury coming back up. Maybe be a good idea to just, if that's the case, be mindful of what you're ingesting within, because we are what we eat, right? And sometimes inflammation and all that can manifest, and you may find yourself not in a hospital or anything. I don't want to be fear-mongering. I'm just merely suggesting that anything to do that's what's hidden, you might want to you might find yourself wanting to spend some more time alone to go over and review these things related to spirituality, and possibly like an old inner wound or source of inflammation could be flared up during this time. Pisces rising could be reflecting on ways in which they show up within friendship and community. They could want to be reviewing ways in which you want to have some form of humanitarian situation that you want to be involved in, and you could be reviewing and refining ways in which you do that. I will say, guys, this is a holiday season where we're going to need to pack some extra patience and just probably give yourself some extra time to kind of navigate things and themes that normally you fly through. You're going to need a little bit of extra patience during this time. I've already had a heck of a time this morning with regards to these themes. So until next time, guys, I hope it's not too painful. Take care and all the best.